Hello everybody, welcome to another video. My name is Infiniti, and if you don't know, I'm the face and the voice behind all the content under Infiniti Crafting Co. So, towards the middle/end of June, I announced that I had an extra Lion Brand mystery yarn box to give away to my community, and according to the blog, I am supposed to be doing the announcement today, so that is what I'm going to be doing. And then after I do the announcement, the winner of the winner, I will get into the rest of this channel chat. I believe this is channel chat, I want to say 85. I could be wrong, but I feel like it's 85. So without further ado, I'm just going to dive right in here. I'm going to try to switch up my screens here. I'm on my website. I gotta go find that blog post so I can find my random name generator. But yeah, this has been really fun. The response to this giveaway has been actually my biggest yet, so thank you to everybody who participated. This was really fun to do this time around, just because of the outstanding response. I think I had something like, altogether I think there were like 50 people. 50 people to jump on this, so this is really cool. Alright, I'm not gonna scroll through all that. This is the beauty of having all these categories. There she is. Yeah, and this post is like my largest viewed post on my website right now, which is like 143 people. So anyway, we're gonna get to scrolling down here to the bottom. So yeah, like I said, I am giving away one of my Lion Brand mystery boxes. While I was buying some needed yarn last month, they had the mystery boxes back out and they had them on sale, so I got a couple of them. One of them I'll be unboxing probably about in a week or so once I get this one mailed out. And yeah, so I got the 4-weight. I think that's pretty standard for most people. Let's see. Here's my random name generator. Using Microsoft Edge is so weird. So unlike my other browsers, because everything is on the side here. And anyway, alright. So I'm just going to paste all the names in this box here. I've already copied them from my spreadsheet, so this can be nice and easy. So we're going to paste that. And I don't know why there's 3 rows there. So strange. Anyway. Alright, so now I have all my names here. Again, thank you everybody for jumping on this. Let's erase that space. And making sure everything's good. This is so weird how this... okay. It's just weird how they did the spacing, but okay. I think we're good here. Alright, so now I'm just going to hit this pick one button. Let's see. Drum roll. Alright, so my winner is Handmade Designs. Congratulations on winning this mystery box. I gotta go ahead and match up your name with your email, but I'll be emailing you as soon as this video is over. Congratulations, and thanks again for tuning in and joining and participating with this giveaway. I will be, as soon as you respond to me, I will be mailing out your box so you can get that as soon as possible. Super excited. Congratulations. Okay, so I had more to say today. Like I said, channel chat 85. June has been such a weird month for me. Like, I don't know, last year I was feeling so bad, and I sat up and I wrote patterns because that's what I do when I feel bad. I continue to work. It's part of my problem. But yeah, I ended up designing the, not fishnet, the airway shawl that I'm wearing, and I actually designed it with this color. Anywho, I recently went outside and took some pictures, so I'll be posting them over a course of time for just, I don't know, just to show them off. But I updated the pictures on my website for the airway shawl listing, so if you wanted to check them out through my website, you can. They're there. I have been working very hard, especially since I spent half of the month of June like in bed. I couldn't move. I was supposed to join in on the Crochet Business Summit event thing that I signed up for, and I couldn't. Like, I would get up, I would drag myself out of bed so I can pull up like the presentations, and then I just end up falling asleep each and every time. Not because the presentations were boring, but it's just there was so much taken out of me, and I was just like KO the half the month. So anyway, once I was able to get back into my studio and, you know, feeling better or whatever, I have been working on my scrunchie. So I have all but one colorway done. I am so glad. I don't think I want to see another scrunchie for the rest of the season. I'm working on currently this color. I've been working with the Kobus. As you guys can see, my stash is dwindling from that. This last color is tan. So after I finish cranking out those scrunchies, I will be done. I think there's a couple of colorways that I have planned to make. They're like little oddball scrunchies to go with specific projects, but they can also be purchased individually whenever I put them up on my website. But I have to buy a new mini Centro knitting machine. I don't know quite what happened to it, but I mean, I would say halfway through my scrunchie journey this year, I was cranking, and then like I might get past 10 needles, and then it just starts grinding and grinding, and I've toughed my way through it. But it's at a point where, like, not only is the sound aggravating me because, you know, all that grinding in my ear, but also, like, sometimes I have to crank my handle like 4 or 5 times before it'll start moving again, and I don't know what's causing it. I can't get these machines apart to save my life. I'm supposed to be doing a maintenance video for the bigger one. That one's, again, too well put together. Can't get the screws out of it. I think I stripped a couple just trying, but anyway. So the mini one, it's on its way. I should get it like Saturday. So hopefully when I pull that one out the box, it'll be good to go, and I can just get back to cranking out my scrunchies and crafting my other stuff, because I also have a tutorial to do for a Centro project, which I'm excited to release once I start uploading my tutorials again. Oh yeah, so, you know, I'm looking forward to getting that new piece of equipment in the mail. I'm not so happy that I had to replace it, but anyway, who knows, it could have been just wear and tear, could be some fiber in there, I don't know, but since I can't take the machine apart, it's virtually impossible for me to solve, troubleshoot with it. I'm just tired of the grinding. Like, when I'm over here in my studio and I'm working with my knitting machine, part of the lure to it is like the silent, like, it's quiet. It's very quiet. I mean, there's like this soft, subtle noise to it when you're cranking it, but otherwise it's very peaceful and rhythmic to work with. Not so much with the grinding of the gears in there. So anyway, looking forward to that. I took the center out of this skein of ice cream yarn that I have. I can't show it off because it, you know, I can't show it off yet. Secret. But I am thinking about making a shawl with most of it, and then making a couple of scrunchies that may go with it, but I'll probably list them separately in my shop. I don't know. I have a lot of ideas swirling around in my brain, and I've written them all down, and so my list of ideas and like projects or whatever, they keep growing, and I just have to remind myself it's going to take time to design them all out and actually work through like hashing out the stitches and things like that. So anyway, cool beans. I finished my red, white, and blue project that, if you've been following me on Instagram or Pinterest or probably Facebook, I might have posted on Facebook. But anyway, if you've been following me for any length of time this year, you'll probably have seen it in your feed somewhere. I finally finished that bad boy. Once I was able to, like I said, get up and work again, I went ahead. That was the first thing I finished because I definitely wanted to do a photo shoot. Today is July the 1st, so I will, in the next couple of days, be outside taking more pictures. Hopefully I'll find a day where it won't rain, because it's been raining almost nonstop here. I'm in Missouri, so it's been raining for about a week and a few days now. And so, like, my garden loves it. I had a little side story, I guess. I like plants, so I started gardening again, and this time it's flourishing. So surprisingly, like to my surprise, I was out there about a week and a half ago and I planted like tomatoes and things like that. I have this one tomato vine that has grown so quick in that within that short amount of time. Like I have 2 baby tomatoes coming out of it. If I can find the pictures in my phone, I'll try to pop a picture of it on one of these sides. But yeah, I was so shocked. I'm like, wait, this tomato should not be this big, and like the other tomato plants are not that big. So I'm just like, why are you growing like this? You're a mutant. But anyway, so that's fun. My garden loves it. I don't so much because I haven't been able to really take pictures. I did find a sunny day, like, well, it wasn't really sunny, but it was partially cloudy, and it was between like when it was supposed to rain and when it was not supposed to rain. So anyway, found a spot, got some sunlight, took some pictures, and that's where I got the extra shots of the airway shawl. I think I reshot the Hold Me Tighter Don't shawl, and I also got a picture of the sparkly fishnet shawl. I only have one of those. I had some darn good yarn on my shelf, and I had it there for a while, and I was trying to figure out how I wanted to use it. So I ended up making a fishnet shawl because it was like so thin, and I figured it would be perfect for that. So that'll be popping up in my feed soon as I get my butt over there and start planning my content again, because oh my gosh, I haven't done anything. Like I've been doing things and I feel like I haven't been doing anything at all. It's just one of those weird spots. What else have I done? I have basically been updating my inventory on my website. So I am stocking my stickers, my holographic stickers, and funny thing is I got another email offer for the holographic stickers, so I will be getting more of these coming in about a week. They're a little different because I mean they have my logo on there still. However, they also have Infiniti Crafting Company beneath it because I adjusted the size of the logo in there. So anyway, they'll be a little different from these, and so I'll probably do what I did with the last batch that I ordered and divide them up. So like half of them go to the keychains that I'm working on, which you guys can't see, but the keychains I'm working on, like this one, which I took pictures of these. I just forgot. I took pictures of these. So I'll be updating those listings, and then I'll have another half for just like the stickers. Because when I ordered this first batch, they sent me too many. They sent me like 55. And I was really surprised. I was really happy, which, I mean, I always had a good experience with this company anyway. I think my last video I told you guys that I go through Sticker Meal. So I'd always had good experiences with them in the first place. But then they sent me another discount deal. So I got buttons, and I made my grandma count them while I was out in my garden because that's what she does. And she kept one. But they sent me 55 of these as well. So they've been sending me a little extra, which like I don't get used to people or companies rather sending me like extra stuff because it's extra stuff. But okay, these are the last 2 orders. So we'll see how they do this order this time. I'm just really happy with them at the moment. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to sending out these stickers when people order them. Some of them have like coupon codes on them that are exclusive to the stickers. And like I said before, they sent me too many. So some of them have like special, like overstock stickers, discount codes. So that's a little fun game that I'm playing with those. And my buttons, I ended up taking another one out of there because I need one for my backpack, because I do a lot of self-promo. When I go out, I like to wear my Infiniti Crafting Co. T-shirts and my Hey Craftpreneur t-shirts. So yeah, that's a lot of promotional gear for me, and then I can just direct people to my website. I need to get new business cards. The old ones don't have my website on there, and then I've also kind of changed up the social media that I am active on, and that works out for me. So I'm gonna have to redo those eventually. I'll get there. So what else? Working through my projects. I am actually almost done with the main part of this shrug that I've been working on since it was requested of me over the spring semester. So one of the last channel chats I did, I kind of showed you guys all my current whips. I think I had like 7 of them, and they were mostly knitting projects. And this request came from like my Rumble community. Somebody in my comments was like, hey, you should design a shrug. And I was a little like put off by it at first. I'm like, huh, okay. But then I thought about it, I'm like, okay, this could be a really good opportunity, and they didn't specify whether to crochet or knit it, but they did comment on one of my knitting videos, so I could only assume that they wanted it knitted. If not, I'm sorry. But I've been knitting on this, and it's been really fun. It's very rhythmic and repetitive, and of course most of my patterns involve cables because I'm a cable nut, so, you know. But I have been getting there. I'm using my stitch markers to kind of keep up with the rows, so I only have 3 more stitch markers that I need to put in this project, but it's coming out pretty nice so far. This is the front side of the work. I think if I ever redid this project, I would do something more interesting with the cables. Like right now I just have a straight line of cables coming up, which is nice in itself, coming up this length of textured fabric, but like I feel like I could do something so much more extra with the cables, so I might try that in the future and put that out as a variation of this pattern. But okay, so I guess the last thing today that I'm going to talk about, see, my grandma, I'm going to blame my grandma for this, and if she watches this video, she'll probably call me later like, oh yeah, you're going to call me out on the internet? Be like, yes grandma, I'm going to call you out on the internet. My grandma made me go on a yarn haul. Okay. Yes, I'm blaming her for this. It's not really that she made me go, but it's just that she wanted me to order like fabric and other sewing supplies from Joann. You know, over the semester I put out a blog post just after I launched my website, so it's probably the later end of February that I put this up. I'm like, oh, I'm learning how to sew, and I posted a whip picture of this, like, it's gonna be a slip, okay? Like, my younger audience, I know I'm not that old, but my younger audience, a slip is basically like, it's silky, it's an undergarment, kind of like when you wear your skirts and things, you wear slips under there. Well, it's gonna be a slip because the fabric is actually see-through, and we didn't realize this when they sent it to us. We were like, oh well, this changes things, so it's gonna be a slip. Anyway, so now we have changed course, and we are going to be making matching shirts out of this really funky, like, multicolored patterned fabric. There's triangles all over. I think they're pink, white, yellow, and green. It's so cool. And when I saw the fabric, because at first we were going to make a quilt, right? My grandma's like, okay, we're going to make quilts for ourselves for the winter. But like as we started going through the fabric and stuff, she's like, she likes to thrift shop, and I mean I do too, but she likes to be more thrifty than me when it comes to craft supplies. So it's like, she's like wanting to buy all the fabric, but at the same time she didn't want to pay for all the fabric, so it's like she's like, I think I'd have more fun doing XYZ, and I'm like, okay, well, let's change it up. But anyway, we settled on the shirts because they were like less expensive to put together. We will save the quilting for later because it's a lot of patchwork, especially since I don't know how to like fully sew yet. All I can do is stitching by hand. That is my one good thing that I excel in when it comes to sewing, is just hand sewing. But anyway, we're gonna make matching shirts. That is exciting to me because I finally get to put a pattern together on the machine. It's gonna be fun. And then, I don't know, maybe for my birthday in November we'll end up wearing these shirts when we go out and do something fun. That's something interesting too, because, okay, look, I know this is going on a whole ramble. That's why I did the announcement for the giveaway first, in case you don't want to hear me blab, you know. So, I have changed my schedule up for the fall. As I'm like, you know, the go-getter in me is like, go, 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 take all the classes, graduate early, or at least on time. But the sometimes go-getter in me is just like, please rest. So anyway, I mean, just considering like how stuff is shifting around or whatever, I just decided to like nix one of my classes so I'll have more free time, because yeah, I can already tell like I'm gonna be tired a little, like midway through the semester. It's like I'll be going on campus more and all that fun stuff, so I'll have more time to myself, less time on campus, and that makes me happy. It's not that I don't like my campus, but it's that I'm tired of doing all the ripping and running. I've been doing all the ripping and running for like the last 4 years while I was at the community college and taking intermediary classes and things like that, so it's just, no. So anyway, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I have more time to design stuff and knit and crochet and do homework. Not homework. But anyway, so yeah, that was something that came back up to my memory as I was talking. What was I talking about? Oh, I don't know. The sewing. The sewing. Okay, so the sewing project is going to be super fun. But I bought yarn because this is what I do as a crafty, okay? I bought this yarn. I currently have no idea where I'm going to put this yarn. As you guys can see on my shelf, it's pretty packed. And even, I mean, the worst shelf I have is the one where I keep my blacks, whites, and grays. And I have gray yarn coming, so I didn't think that through, but the yarn was pretty, so I bought it. I didn't do a bad thing. It was a mini haul, so it's not like Channel Chat 81 where I unboxed 161 skeins of yarn. Okay, that was crazy. I want to do it again. But yeah, so what did I get? 2 of them came today because Joanne, I mean, I guess like different stores have different things in stock. And so they ship things out in multiple shipments. So this showed up after I got in from the grocery store today. And it was only 3 of my skeins of yarn. I needed this gray. I have not had this gray on my shelf in God knows when. I started a project with it maybe 3 years ago, and I still have those little patches in the baggies that I stored them in over there where I keep all my shipping supplies. I discovered them again. I'm like, oh wow, I really need to complete that project. It's another one of my outlandish garments where everything is too loud and busy, but I love it so much. And I can't wait to do that because that's also, it was supposed to be a pattern. It was supposed to be a pattern. Some of my patterns get delayed because I start them, then much like a squirrel, I see shiny things and I go for it. And yeah, so that's kind of what happened with that, but it happened for like 3 years in a row, so my bad. But I never announced this project, so all's well that ends well. So I think I bought 2 of these, if I'm not mistaken. Let me try to look at my email, if that browser wants to pull up. But yeah, I think I ordered 2 of these. And then, if you guys don't know about the blog post I put up probably a month ago now, that Lion Brand was releasing new colors with the Pounds of Love. They released this one color called Olive, and I jumped. I was like jumping for joy because I'm like, finally, Pounds of Love have new colors. I'm so hyped. I'm here for it. So I didn't buy any at that time, but now I bought the olive color because it's such a beautiful green. I suppose like in the pictures it looks very similar to this, but I'm gonna say it's a little, I don't know if I can go off of their pictures or not. I want to say it's a little lighter than this. This one is called Sage, and it looks brighter on camera than it is in person. It's a very muted sage gray. Not gray, green. But anyway, I'm going to put this gray down. Have gray on the brain. I have that olive coming in one color. I was so sad the other day because I discovered that they discontinued the lavender. And of course I have a skein of that lavender, Pound of Love. And so once I realized it was discontinued, I decided that I was just going to use it for beanies. So those are going to be some really interesting striped beanies that come up in the fall whenever I do that fall update, which, to be honest, the fall update is probably going to be a series of updates because I'm looking at like fishnet shawls. I showed you guys those Ferris wheel cakes that I got. You have to go back and watch that unboxing. Like I said, I think it's Channel Chat 81. I'll try to leave it pinned up in the tab. I went through all those boxes of yarn. What happened was, and I know I'm digressing again, forgive me. What happened was, over the spring semester, had no time. All 7 classes were kicking me in my rear end, and I just didn't find time to go through my yarn and do videos and do this and do that and do this on top of all the classwork that I was contending with. So I collected everything that I ordered between January and the end of the semester. Once the semester ended, as you guys know, or may not know, I unboxed it all and I shelved it all. And as a result, I have no space for any more yarn. So that's why I've slowed down a little bit with buying yarn and whatnot, because I have nowhere to put it at this point. And yeah, you know what, affording shelving is really low on my list right now. I have to like think about textbooks and things like that. So we'll see what over the fall/winter, I might get another shelf, I might not. I don't know how this studio is going to come around. I've also been saving my boxes that I get my yarn in because I like my inventory is growing. And this one shelf over here, which you guys only ever see the corner of, it's full. It's stacked up to the ceiling with stuff that I've made. And yeah, so you know, that's growing, so I need more space. The last like Lion Brand order, I have all my scrunchies in there. So yeah, I have to figure out how I want to do that. Organization is really fun for me though, so I'm sure whatever it is, I'll just take a day and go through here like a tornado. The other skeins that I got, okay, and this finally pulled up. The other skeins that I got, so I got suckered into some more Lion Brand yarn. And this, like, these hauls aren't sponsored or anything. They're not sponsored or anything, but I've noticed, like, throughout the years, I sometimes have this shift of, like, preference for fibers. So when I first started knitting and crocheting, I was a Red Heart girl / a Burnett girl. And I can say within the last year, like, I've just been shifting over to more like Lion Brand yarns. So like, they're not sponsored. I only recently like joined their affiliate program, but these videos aren't sponsored by Lion Brand at all. But anyway, I got more Lion Brand yarn. It's called Moroccan Nights, and it's super pretty. It's variegated. It looks really bright on my camera right here, but this reminds me of landscapes if it was a 3-weight, but it's twisted and it has like tinsel in it. It's very pretty. It's this little shimmery yarn, and it has 273 yards in it. So of course my brain cells went directly to designing something, but I don't think I'm going to be designing anything new with this. I think I'm going to end up remaking or making another one of these shrugs. Okay, I was at a loss for words. Shrugs. With it, I ordered 5 of them. And again, it's a 3-weight. Maybe I'll end up crocheting something or designing something. Whenever the inspiration hits me, that's when I'm just going to go for it. I feel bad for my little pattern book because it's getting stuffed with papers. Because, like, I don't just come up with these ideas over here at 3 a.m. I come up with these ideas in my room at 3 a.m. and then I get up and I sketch it out. And I'm just like, hey, that looks good. And then I come and put it in the book. And anyway, just to kind of keep my designs from being all over the house, I get up and I come over here and I put them away in this book. But this poor book, I had a whole list before, like at the beginning of my hiatus, of a bunch of patterns, and that list is just growing and growing and growing, and I just, anyway, not to overwhelm myself. But yeah, so that's a cool thing, and I can't wait for the rest of my yarn to come through because I ordered a few other things. Let me see. So aside from all the sewing stuff, I got more fray check because I thought I had more, and I probably do, but as you guys know, sometimes when you're looking for things, they don't show up until you quit looking for them, and that might be the case for me. I buy fray check so that I can, it's basically like a tack, like a liquid tack, so when I finish my projects and I weave in my ends, I'll just strategically place a little dab of fray check here and there just to make sure my ends never wiggle out of place. I use it a lot, or I have used it a lot with the scrunchies, so that's probably why this bottle's almost empty. And I always rub the title off of it, but this bottle's almost empty, and I got to looking for my other bottle the other day and I couldn't find it. So anyway, I ordered more of that. I found this yarn. I don't have that project over here with me, but if you guys remember the dress that I started knitting last July, wow, almost a 1-year delta. But anyway, I started knitting this yarn into a dress, and this yarn came from Michaels, and it was called Kai Baby Yarn. Well, just like a lot of my projects here lately, the yarn gets discontinued. I don't understand. All the good colors get discontinued. The same thing happened with my Joseph sweater. Very beautiful, very vibrant sweater of many colors. I didn't really want to crochet a coat, so anyway, I'm punny. I'm sorry. Anyway, it happened with that. It was called Color Wave. It was also by Lion Brand. You know what? I'm starting to connect some dots. Anyway, it was also by Lion Brand. Absolutely ridiculous. But I crocheted it in June of 2018. I did that, and by the time the summer was over, that sweater was done. And I specifically crocheted it for my birthday that year. I was turning 21, and I realized I was going to be stuck in class on a Friday. That class made me twitch because every 3 weeks we had 12-page papers due and observation notes and. But anyway, discontinued color. So even if I had wanted to like make another one or like compile a kit for it, nope, no luck there. So I've had to like look in other places for yarns that are similar, and I have found yarns that are similar, but I've yet to purchase them. But I am thinking about writing up the pattern for the Joseph sweater because I still have all my original notes for it. Yay. So I was thinking about putting that out there at some point. But yeah, anyway, let's see, the Kai Baby yarn. I am knitting that dress, and I was able to like outbid some people on eBay, well not eBay, on Etsy. I beat them to the punch and got like the last two or three skeins of it off of Etsy. And after I did that, I went on Michael's and I was looking for it, and only to realize it was completely discontinued. But anyway, I found a look-alike yarn on the Joann's website, and I'm really hoping that it's super close. I'm going to write about it. It's going to be fun, and just tell you guys all about it, because that yarn was so absolutely adorable. I don't know what made me want to make a dress with it, but here I am a year later working on a dress. But it's going to be gorgeous whenever I get around to it. I even bought a hoop skirt for it because it's one of those dresses, and it's anyway, let's see. Is that really all the yarn I bought? So, okay, the only thing that's really missing is that baby yarn substitute, my olive yarn with the Pound of Love that I'm waiting on, and the rest of my Moroccan Nights, because they only sent me 2 in that bundle. I also bought some canvas because I was thinking about it, thinking ahead. I'm taking a painting class, right? And usually with painting classes, you bring your own canvas, okay? So I'm like, I still have all these I still have these paints and all my oil brushes from the last time I did painting, which was 2020, so the beginning of 2020. So I'm like, okay, cool. I just need to rack up on some canvas. I've also kind of started doing art again, and I created a separate channel for that. It's called Artsy Cheetos. It is pinned on my channel, so if you go back to my channel page, it's right up there at the top along with everybody else that I've pinned up there. But yeah, I don't know what I want to do. I have this big 24 by 18 canvas. I'm staring at it. It's staring at me. I'm supposed to be doing a portrait for my grandma. We'll see how quickly that gets done. I have so many paintings in this house, and that's another future project that I'm going to do, because over the last couple of years, I started in 2019 with doing the acrylic pour paintings, and I think one of them is even coated with resin. I've done a bunch of them. They're sitting around. I'm going to probably end up putting them on my website. I have the full intention on putting them on my website for sale. I'm working on getting the packaging supplies for that so they don't get damaged in transit, because they just do the packages so terrible. But anyway, yeah. So I think that is the end of this video. I'm going to stop rambling. Congratulations again, Handmade Designs. I will be emailing you after I turn the camera off. And also, you know what? I said this was the end, but I lied. I forgot. I did a few updates in June for the website, but a couple of them are really big. One of them, okay, my website and me are two different people, okay? My website was being a maniac in the beginning and sending people a bunch of email notifications, I think, when my blog posts were going out. I don't know. I never got spammed because I have my own email hooked up to the website, but it never spammed me. But some people said that they were getting notifications. Some people just haven't said anything at all. I don't know. But if by chance my website was doing that, I would like to formally apologize for that, because like nobody likes spam. I have gone in, I have figured out how to turn that off so it doesn't do that anymore. So if you're subscribed to the blog, that's a whole nother story, because yeah, but I have stuff auto posting on the blog every day to just kind of build up the SEO and get more traffic and things like that. So if you're subscribed specifically to the blog and you don't want all that, I do have instructions in my frequently asked section and also in my blog on how to adjust that. But overall, that issue has been resolved. I am so happy. I'm probably happier than everybody on my email list right now. So people who have just signed up, like in the case of the giveaway, they have no idea what they've missed. So that's a really good thing. So all the future emails, you're getting them directly from me. Like if you see the Mailer Lite logo at the end of them, that's just me sending them out. I don't send out many. Alright, my last big thing, I don't know, maybe a few episodes ago on my podcast, Hey Crafterpreneur, I made mention that I was working on doing a subscription thing where you can have full access to the library. You don't have to worry about downloading the content and things like that. But I wasn't sure how I was going to go about it. Well, I have figured out some things, and it went live officially yesterday at noon. So now you can subscribe to the podcast instead of buying every single episode. It's like $3.99 a month because it is a paid podcast. I'm going to continue to upload the episodes to the shop, but if you just wanted that alternative, it is out there for you. And when you sign up, you can also get a free copy of my ebook that went live in June as well. So that's gonna be really fun to see how that plays out. Now I am done. I just wanted to make that little mini announcement. Congratulations again. I'm gonna go edit this video and actually record episode 13 that's supposed to come out today. Alright guys, happy making.